Welcome to New York Socialites. I am Gretchen. I'm here with my oldest friend Rachel, and there's a lot going on in the world, and we're here to talk about it all. So, yeah, a lot of prestige TV happening. I know last season of Hacks is going. I need to catch up on that. Everyone's talking about Widow's Bay, and there's a couple. I just started Widow's Bay, like literally today, so I'm not super versed, but I have heard amazing things. Everyone's really into it. So
I feel like it's one of those shows that it's really picking up steam. It kind of like dropped sort of like quietly, and then like there was one trailer that I remember seeing for it, like maybe I don't know if it was on the Super Bowl or it was maybe on a sporting event. But then like sort of like a couple of people started watching it, and then it was like, oh my God, have you watched Widow's Bay? Like, what?
yeah,
Is anybody watching Widow's Bay? And now like everyone's like, oh my God, Widow's Bay.
yeah,
So.
yeah. And you've been talking about Off Campus too, which I have not seen at all. I've seen the ads for it, but that's really about it. So
Like honestly, I don't know where this show came. Well, I feel like I do kind of know where this show came from, because it makes sense to me that with the success of Heated Rivalry, Amazon was like, let's do a hockey show.
Yeah.
And ostensibly, when you kind of like find your way to Off Campus, what you think that you're getting is kind of like a straight Heated Rivalry. So like, but then I guess they didn't want to completely not capture the gay audience. So it's also a musical theater show.
Wait, really?
Yes.
I had no idea. Do they sing in it?
Well, they sure do.
Really?
But yeah, everybody sings.
What? Wait, so it's a musical show.
It's not like Glee, but it's definitely like giving Glee. Like there are people in the cast who have been nominated for Jimmy Awards.
Okay.
Like,
what's a Jimmy Award?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. The Jimmy Awards are like the Oscars for High School Musical theater.
Oh, I had no idea that existed.
It is the strangest phenomenon. I'm only aware of it because, well, I was a musical theater nerd.
Yes.
But I didn't become aware of this until college, when people that I went to college with were choreographing high school kids for the Jimmy Awards. So
interesting.
It's a huge deal in like the New York metro area. And
I had no idea. So is it all high school students?
I think it's nationwide. I think there's sort of like you win a regional competition and then you go, and it's sort of like, I don't know, like a tiered competition thing. Maybe there's like a regional competition, then you make it to like the actual official nationwide Jimmys.
Okay.
But I think it's like, since I went to college, however many years ago, it's grown a lot. So it was held sort of in like an auditorium in New Jersey when I was familiar with it.
Interesting. Okay. I'm so intrigued. I need to look this up.
I think that Renee Rapp is a former Jimmy Award winner.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And I think that one of the hockey playing gentlemen in this Off Campus is also like of that world.
I'm learning so much already. Okay.
They're singing, they're dancing, they're skating, they're composing. It's like I don't know. They were like, we want a straight version, but like we need something for the gays, and then like because
it's to attract everyone basically.
And because it's Amazon, like I feel like they know, right? The algorithm at Amazon knows like what is going to hit, and somehow like this and all the soundtrack to the show is it reminds me a little bit of like Sex Lives of College Girls, where like
interesting.
There's licensed music in every single scene, but sometimes they're covers of like current top 20 songs.
Okay.
As if like even Amazon is not able to get the rights to some of these original recordings.
I'm like, okay, what? This sounds like a show made by AI. I know it's probably not, but just the idea that
it probably is, but also like somehow it's working. Like it shouldn't work. Like there
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be like a college sports drama romance, I guess, a college sports
Yeah.
romance slash musical theater show
Yeah.
that's like about college age kids, but is like firmly absolutely in my wheelhouse. Like I've had it
That
on in the background
sounds,
while I've been doing work, and there have been
yeah.
moments where I've been like really just like transfixed.
Yeah, this actually sounds like very much your jam.
Yes.
Yeah. But, okay, just to clarify, are they singing songs that are related to the plot of the show, or are they just tangentially singing because they're in theater?
No, it's like there's diegetic music. So like
Okay,
they go
okay,
to college for some of them are like musical theater majors, I got or like
okay.
theater majors.
Yeah,
So there's like a pretty robust karaoke scene. There's
okay.
one of the plot lines
Gotcha.
is that the lead girl is composing a pop song for like a pop
Oh,
song writing competition that the college throws, and if
okay.
you win it, you win a full scholarship to this
Said college.
college in, I guess, Canada, where everyone is very into hockey.
Okay,
Like,
so that's where
which
she's,
you would be in
that's
Canada,
where
I
she
guess.
is. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're like in upstate New York, we're a little bit Canadian in the sense that we have a pretty, I mean, we're not like Minnesota, who has like a really good, I think, winter culture. Um, but
Yeah, we
we
have
have
like
ice
Minnesota
skating.
light. We have
Yeah,
most colleges, I would say, up here have hockey teams.
for sure. And you know my stance about hockey teams and warm climates.
What is your
They
stance?
they should not be there.
They
Like they
should
have
not.
every other sport. Like we can't do beach volleyball because we don't
No.
have a beach. Why does LA have the Kings that who win things sometimes, the Stanley Cup? They should not have the Kings.
No.
I get
But
mad. So, yes, I know that LA obviously can condition an arena and make it into an ice skating rink. I get it. But we're
they
not.
better.
And yes, we can bring sand into parks, but it's not like we can do that all year.
No.
And it
That's true.
makes
We
me so
can't have
mad.
an indoor beach volleyball court the way
Yeah,
that they can have an air conditioned. Although you'd have to argue that like every hockey arena is climate controlled, right? Because you like
for
there's no
sure.
outside hockey arena.
For sure. But it's just like, certain people can practice on outdoor.
Are you saying this
I,
because like it's not like accessible to like
yeah.
multiple socioeconomic strata if it's in a warm climate?
I mean, yes, that's part of it. But also,
Because it's also not really accessible to those socioeconomic strata in cold climates because it's very expensive to buy all that
yeah.
shit that you have to wear.
Oh, for sure. But I think it's just more, they can have every sport, they can be outside all the time. They
I know.
can,
Don't they have enough?
yeah, don't they have enough?
Yes, they do. They have
Just let
plenty.
us have hockey. And you know that none of those hockey players, I mean, this is true for every sports team, but none of those hockey players are from LA. There's not like an
No,
LA college hockey team
they're all
generally.
Canadian.
Yeah.
But
And
also, all of the hockey players who play in Binghamton are also all Canadian.
for sure, I get it. Like, it's not like my argument is not perfect. I just totally emotional. I just don't like it. I would not win in a debate. I understand, but it's an emotional
No,
reaction
it's
to the
I
Kings
feel that. I
winning.
respect
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So,
I didn't realize that they had won.
they won like probably 8 years ago or something. They won the
But you're
Stanley
just you
Cup.
can't let it go. You're still
I
holding
can't,
on to it.
I can't let it go. Yeah, my friend in LA was like, "Oh yeah, we met some people who, you know, work for the Kings, and they were gonna ask us to." And I was like, "I was gonna ask you, but I know how you feel about hockey players in LA." It's like,
Get them
yeah,
out of here. Send
yeah,
them back
yeah.
to Minnesota.
Let them have it. Just let us cold blooded
No,
people
let
have
us.
it.
That's true. We need our things, and
Yeah,
it can't just be, you know, seasonal depression and wool.
and snow men It's just a nice
snowmen.
thing. I actually don't know who's won the Stanley Cup since the Kings, so don't ask me since that one Kings incident. So maybe I should look it up.
I do have to
But
say though that like I was in Las Vegas when they had their very first NHL hockey game,
oh,
and the mood there was like positively giddy. Like the people of Las
really?
Vegas were so
Well,
excited
because they're
to
always
have an
hot.
NHL hockey game happening. It was on in every single casino, and people were like ignoring their gambling and were just like watching this
What?
game. They were cheering. Like the people of Las Vegas were so excited, and like probably it was like 95% because they were betting on it, but like I feel like there was 5% like genuine like just like gleefulness at like, hey, we're in the middle of the desert and like now we get to have a hockey team. It's probably how we would feel in upstate New York if we had like a really
Yeah.
successful beach volleyball team.
Yeah, I guess so. It just makes, yeah, I guess. I mean, they're always just, oh, this is making me mad. I'm looking at oh, this is why. Okay. Oh, this is making me more angry. I'm looking at the
No. Oh no.
I'm looking at the list of winners from of Stanley Cups.
It's like
20
all warm weather
Yes.
states.
I mean, Pittsburgh won twice.
Okay, well, it's cold there.
Yeah. 2014 the Kings won. 2012 they also won. Then Tampa Bay won 2 years in a row.
Tampa Bay.
And then the Vegas Golden Knights won in 2023.
I have to say though that the Golden Knights thing is reminding me that when they like had the game before the game, I guess like the
Mm-hmm.
pre-show game, they did like a full scale like medieval times, like
Oh,
knights on
that's
horses,
fun.
like
That's
it
fun.
was very it was probably like the person watching this and then they got their idea to do like, well, it's part theater kids and it's part hockey show. Like
My
I could see the
God,
germ of that idea
that's
stemming from how theatrical the like pre-hockey
I love
show
that.
was.
Yeah, I actually love that. That's amazing. And
Yeah.
just to know, the Florida Panthers won the last 2 years. So,
The Florida
um,
Panthers.
yeah,
Could have sworn that that was a football team.
yeah, me too. But
Nope,
before
Carolina
that,
Panthers,
Carolina Panthers, yeah. And
Jacksonville Jaguars.
literally in the 90s, it was always cold weather. 80s always cold weather. Montreal, Edmonton, New York, New York, New York, Montreal, Edmonton, Philadelphia,
They took
Boston.
everything from us.
They
They
took
took
everything.
all of our industry and our hockey.
Yeah,
Can we have nothing in the cold
guys,
states?
give us something. No, it just makes me mad. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
no,
Montreal
I'm mad now too.
Canadiens. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if we're gonna look at like the whole 100-year history, it's generally been cold places, but last 10 to 20 years, it's been a lot of warm places. So mad.
Mad. Very mad.
Anyways,
Putting a pin in that
yes, off
because I
campus.
don't think that there are any actual hockey players involved in the show off
Nope, probably
campus.
not. Probably not. Nope.
But maybe there are. There are certainly actual Canadians and one inexplicable, sounds like New Zealander,
Interesting.
which is interesting.
Do they say sneaks? Sneaks.
Yeah,
Do they
there's like
talk up
a
at the end? They always talk up.
he like doesn't really talk at all. He's the brooding sort of like musician
Okay.
guy that's like so it's obviously it's a love triangle between
Mm,
the lead girl Hannah, maybe.
okay.
She's just like I this casting is so bizarre. Like obviously they had to have cast her because she can sing.
Mm-hmm.
She has a lovely voice. She's the largest chest that I have ever seen
Oh,
on a girl purporting to be in college. Like a Sydney Sweeney type, but
okay.
brunette.
All right, I'm gonna Google
And
her real quick.
like they have tried to make her look kind of like dowdy. She has like a terrible haircut,
Okay.
like a late 90s, early 2000s, like a bob that's like flipping in both
Yes.
directions on
I
the bottom,
see
you know what I
it.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a really unflattering haircut, and they're like inexplicably always dressing her in like a cardigan, but it's open so that you can see her
Her
cleavage,
chest.
which is
Yeah.
substantial.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, she's gorgeous, but yeah, they're like playing it down.
Yeah, she's very beautiful.
Yeah.
They're trying to play down her looks, and then she has, her friend who's like a little bit more the theater kid and who, she's like she wants to be like the wild partier, and she's, always lending her friend with the large chest clothing to wear,
As though that would work. Yeah.
as though it would work.
Yeah.
But that's the magic of college. Like, honestly, we all wore a lot of other people's clothing that like may or may not have fit us in college. So
I never
I would say that's accurate.
did. I feel like
Really?
I missed out. I mean, one of like my best friend was like 6 foot tall, so there
Oh,
was
so
no
that wasn't
point in
gonna work.
trying. Also, like I don't feel like my style overlapped with a lot of people's. It sounds like you had more fun in college, though. I
I
was
think
just
that her style does not overlap with her friend's style, but then she's like, you need to wear like sluttier stuff, basically. And
yeah,
so,
yeah. And if you're wearing something that's a little too small for you with big boobs, it's gonna be slutty no matter what. So,
yeah. So,
and slutty is a good thing, so it's okay.
yeah, no, this is a very sex positive show.
Okay.
And in like a way that like is pinging for me something that I think is so interesting that is kind of like the crux of what I wanted to talk about today, which is a phenomenon that I want to call consent porn,
Yes.
which is like something that we identified a little bit when we talked about Wuthering Heights, when we were like, one of the hottest scenes was the scene where there's no sex and it's just like Heathcliff repeatedly asking for consent and being so respectful.
I know, but like he's also a dick, but he's like,
But in that scene,
yeah, yeah,
perfect gentleman.
yeah. Like, what does he say? Like, should I keep going or
Yeah, he
should I
said, "Do you
stop?
want me to stop?"
Yeah,
Like
that's
six
right.
times.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
uh,
And that was really hot.
it was
Yeah,
so hot.
yeah.
And so I think that that like had the desired reaction. I think that like it also is something that like we're not really used to seeing like as a woman television consumer. Like
Yeah.
it kind of gave me pause in this show. Really it really stood out because there was this scene where like, the classic scene in a teen movie or TV show where like the guy's like, I really want to get the girl, and they're in the gym and he's asking his bro for advice, and he's like, he feels challenged to give. So let me set this up for you because it's a
Okay.
little bit complicated. Okay, without spoiling things, but I'm
That's
going to
okay.
spoil things. If you haven't watched this show, you may
Yeah.
want to, because this scene is such a gem. It will, if you're older than 30, it will take you off guard in a great way.
Okay. So if you haven't watched it and you don't want to be spoiled, skip ahead like 30 to
Skip ahead 30
60
seconds.
seconds.
I
Yeah.
will give you the setup. So she's pretending to, no, she's actually tutoring this hockey player so that he can pass something, philosophy.
Yeah.
Um, and she's like
Class
the
philosophy.
nerd.
That's the easiest class to pass.
I mean, I feel like
All
this
you
is
need to
also
do.
pretty accurate. They're setting up hockey players to be kind of dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, go
Like
on. Yeah.
they get hit in the head a lot. Like it's not like it tracks with my understanding of hockey
Yes.
players.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, she's like, it's a situation kind of like a she's all that situation where like he's needing to pass philosophy, so she's going to tutor him, and in return he is going to pretend to be her boyfriend, or pretend to be her non-official, non-exclusive situationship, so that she can make this New Zealand songwriter guy jealous.
Okay.
And but then she's like starting to kind of like make some headway with New Zealand guy, and she's like, "Oh no, I can't. I'm not like experienced enough in the bedroom, and I would like to, get some things worked out before I hook up with the guy that I really like." So she tells this dumb hockey player, like, "You need to give me an orgasm so that I can be prepared to have sex with the guy that I actually like."
Okay.
So he feels very challenged to perform, and
Okay.
he's in the gym and he's like talking to his bro, and he's like, "I just really like, I want to make sure that I'm really good at sex." And his friend, just like so confident, he's like, "Yeah, well, let me just tell you that the sexiest thing that you can do is make her feel extremely safe."
Which, like, yes, but that's hilarious.
So
Like,
true,
that's on
but-
TV. Yeah. That is not how things worked. when I was watching teen movies. Yeah. Oh
I
my
have
God.
never, like, can you imagine, like, Freddie Prinze
I'm
Jr.
just gonna say, yeah.
saying this in a scene,
Yeah.
like Freddie
To
Prinze
like
Jr. and
Paul
Paul
Walker.
Walker are walking down the hall, and they're like, you know what girls really think is hot? Being so trustworthy.
Oh my God, none of those movies would have worked. None of them would have worked.
No, but
Yeah.
now it's like people are like, well, yeah, that is the crux of it, and like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
do need to,
Yeah. Feel
have
emotionally
mutual
safe.
trust and
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
emotionally
Oh
and
my
physically safe in
God.
an intimate situation.
That is like kind of blowing my mind. I love it. Like, I'm really, really happy that the culture has changed that much in the last 20 years because there was a
I
time.
Well, so this is my question though, because
Yeah.
yes, like I like nearly did a spit take when I heard this scene.
I gotta watch this show. I was like very like about it, but maybe I need to watch it.
It was just like the sweetest scene between these two men, and like the guy, like the broiest guy who like is constantly like they set him up as having like a different girl over every night. He's the one giving the advice that
Oh my
like
God, that's so funny. Things have changed so much. Oh my God, because I do
well,
remember.
have they though? Or like my other question is like this show is Canadian. Like they might just be extremely sweet in Canada.
No, I think this is how things are going because a lot of I don't know if you've heard like of any of those like erotica apps that are like porn for women and it's like audio. So I follow some of them on Instagram 'cause I'm always just like curious about what's going on and a lot of them bring up consent like in their audio. Like they'll say and they'll bring up
Okay.
like putting a condom on and they'll put like all this like really interesting new things to me. Um
Yeah, like
not like
they yeah, no, they it sounds like they didn't have condoms when we were young. They did, but
I don't do things to me. Condoms. People asking me if it's okay to have sex with me. These are all new to me.
these are new though in media
Yeah,
because
in new
like
in media.
I feel like men especially it doesn't seem like movies and TV ever considered the fact that like they could make consent very cool and very
Yeah,
sexy and they
yeah,
could role model that a little bit,
yeah, yeah,
and
for sure.
I
No,
think that they should.
and I remember when I started college, it was just, I feel like some of the big college scandals that were just going on, or just had happened. And they had like some interpretive like theater group from the school do a like a little play about consent that we all had to go to.
You
Yeah.
had to.
It was
It was
required. Yeah.
mandatory.
Yes.
Oh
And
my.
then I don't remember exactly what some it's like all coming back to me. I hadn't thought about this in years, but I don't remember what some of these guys said, but they would actually like ask questions that I remember thinking like as an 18-year-old, I'm like, "Oh my God, they really think it's okay to have sex with someone without getting consent because they were like, well, why would you do this and like why would you not like if they're there doesn't that mean they want to have sex and like things like that and it was kind of shocking at the time.
So they
um
needed the theater troupe
they
to
needed the
be,
theater troop. um
they
but it
needed
was
them to
funny
be
because
like,
yeah,
and scene.
yeah. Literally that's what they did. And like I remember the theater troupe being like a little bit caught off guard, like they didn't really know how to answer that. Some of the questions. I don't remember that's exactly how I don't know if that's exactly how it happened, but that's kind of how I remember it
Maybe
happening.
someone from your university wrote this show.
Maybe. Oh my
I didn't
God.
have, we didn't, our theater group was not involved in any cool, immersive,
I
consent driven.
never saw I never was aware of a like theater group like this again for in my whole tenure at that school. Like I don't know what happened to them, but we all had to watch them perform that and
I mean, I love that. I think that it should be required. And like, this is kind of like what it made me think of is that, so the other day I was listening to NPR, and there was a story about there's a TV production company in Africa that makes soap operas
hmm.
that kind of similarly they like make dramatized shows that are aimed at fighting the HIV AIDS epidemic,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like so they'll like have like cool role model type characters that everybody likes and everybody thinks are like fun and sexy, like role model things like using protection and like going to clinics and like where you can find
Mm.
resources and like it's
Okay.
part of it's part of the show, but then it's also like a compelling soap opera. So everyone in the country is watching this show, and it went off the air for a decade or so, and
Oh.
then there was like an outcry on social media, like bring back this show, we need it. Like people need to know about
Oh.
like how they can use safe sex practices. They need to know about destigmatizing HIV and AIDS. Like bring back
Wow.
this television show. And I think that maybe like this like, consent porn stuff is like helping us in the West
For
with our asshole
sure.
epidemic.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's very true. That's a really good point. It is, I think that people are aware that we need this right now. The other thing I should note in the changing discourse, when I was also a freshman, there was a talk about female orgasms like before school started. And I don't know if they got free shirts or they
Like
bought a
who
shirt.
was talking about it? Like
Some scientists, I don't know, like who worked at the
was this
school.
also mandatory?
No, I didn't go to it. But all these people are walking around with shirts that said "I heart female orgasm," and I don't know if they got them for free or if they got or that they all like bought them. But there were so many people with this shirt, and I was so confused. And then I
I
asked my
mean,
friend who
that's a
had one.
great
I
sentiment. I
know.
also
So
heart female
yeah,
orgasm.
I know, but I feel like that would not have. It was a real mixing thing at the time. Like we didn't know what to do. Like everyone was like, how do we fix this college sex scandal problem? I guess, but
Okay.
um,
So yeah, they were it was on the heels of all of the like the
mhm.
team like scandals,
Yeah, like
sports team scandals, yeah.
yeah, like Duke and stuff. Yeah. So
Yeah. I mean, those were
that was a
terrible
tough time. That
times.
was a
I
tough
don't
time.
I hope
What
that
year
the
was that?
t-shirts helped.
And there was like that whole. I hope that there's
I
a whole
think
Rolling
that must have
Stone
been
article.
like 2006-ish, right?
Yeah, because I started in 2007, so that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. Something like
I
that.
mean, it's just so different from like the TV shows that we used to watch, even that were considered to be sweet shows like
Definitely.
90210 and like all those shows, like they always had like a rape plot line, and it was
Yeah.
never like it was never good. Like the
Mm-mm.
takeaway was never something that we today would find appropriate.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
So it was always like, well, I didn't get consent, but also like she was pretty drunk, and then she tried
Yeah.
to say that I raped her, but she was wrong. And then student court would be like, yeah, she was wrong because she
Yeah.
put herself in that situation, and
Yeah.
you're a man, so you deserve to not have any
Yeah.
consequences. And like,
Literally, I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then like somebody high fives Jason Priestley. So
Wait, did that happen on 90210?
yes, it did. It happened.
Okay.
So like Steve, of course it
Mm-hmm.
was Steve. It was Ian Ziering. I don't know if
Yes.
like other
Anyone's gonna know
people
this.
are gonna know about this. So there was when they like went to college, there was a plot line where Steve and a girl got drunk and had sex, and then the girl was like that was non-consensual, and she took him to
Oh.
student court. And then at the end, she was bullied by all the women on the show into being like, yeah, like I was drunk, but I didn't say no. So
Oh my
I don't
god.
want to ruin Steve's life.
Of
And
course
so
it was
I'm going to
Steve.
drop
Yeah.
my case.
Oh my god.
And then they high five.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my god. Oh my god. I who
so
was
this
the
is what we
woman?
had to deal with growing up.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
just,
There was also one episode where who's the woman who was the blonde girl on the show? Not
Kelly,
Tori. Yeah, Kelly. Yeah. She did do a scene once where she talked about and I this was something a learning experience for me because I remember this is not really relevant to what we're talking about, but she explained the first time she had sex and basically this guy like kind of coerced her into it and brought her out to the woods and didn't like wasn't very consensual and I didn't at the time I was like I don't get why she's so upset because I didn't, because of the culture. I was like, well, she
Because,
went out
like,
to the woods with him.
exactly. And that's how they were
Yeah.
painting it. I'm
Yeah.
sure that somewhere in that monologue, she was like, it was my fault. I went to the woods.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, and it was meant to be a cautionary tale. Like,
yeah,
don't
don't
go into
go
the
to the
woods
wood.
with men, little
Yes, yeah.
girls.
But I
Yeah.
remember my mom watching it with me and going, that's rape. And I was like,
Good for
what?
your mom.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what? Okay. I didn't know that's what rape was. Like, I thought rape was like
Well, to
someone on
be
the street.
fair,
Yeah.
in 2001, it wasn't. So,
That's true. That's true.
and
There
we've come a
was,
long way as a society.
what
So,
was it? Gentle rape, non-violent rape or something?
they
Yeah.
used to call it non-consensual sex,
Yeah.
which is a real thing that people used to say, just
Crazy.
to bring everyone back to the
Yeah.
vibe of the
Yeah.
early 2000s.
Yeah. It was like, they did have a word where it was, I don't remember what it was. It wasn't gentle rape, but it was like,
Date rape?
no. Like, it was like non-forcible, like
Oh,
non-violent rape or something.
non-violent rape. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, this is what we went through,
Honestly,
guys.
like we endured all of this like very bad TV and
Yeah.
film like social signaling so that we could make it to a place where hockey players can sing musical theater and like play hockey. I guess no one has yet played hockey on this show.
Oh,
I'm like 4 or 5 episodes in, and I've yet to see anyone actually like play a game of hockey.
interesting.
There's
Okay.
like clips every so often that she'll like go to a game to like support her man and like be cheering in the stands, and you'll see like a guy
Okay.
skate past as if he's in the middle of playing hockey, but there's nobody's like playing any hockey.
Okay. There's no
A
pucks
lot
flying.
of people are singing
That
and
is so
dancing.
interesting. I had no idea. I was sure this was just gonna be like someone on the heels of heated rivalry, but this was a book
Well, it
first. So
is.
it's like a romantic.
Oh, is it
I
a
think
book?
it was a romantic novel, like an erotic romantic novel first or
It also
series.
seems like what the algorithm would spit out with the
Yeah,
knowledge that after 2026, the gays love hockey.
yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Like it's
Yeah,
almost like it was made by AI. It's hilarious. Someone found this book and they were like, "We're gonna be rich." It was yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. But okay, I guess I have to watch it because now I'm very curious. And I just got an
I
Apple
recommend
TV
it. Like,
subscription. I know. Oh,
if
this is Prime though. Yeah.
it's on Prime, and yeah, like I recommend if you like have some other stuff to do, because it's not like really gonna like
Engage you fully.
engage your brain. Um, but there are like the men are cute and they're often naked. There's a lot of like male nudity.
Oh.
There's a lot of like sex scenes. Like it kind of reminds me of like Sex Lives of College Girls in that way, where
Okay.
like there's a lot of it's very like sex positive. There's a lot of sex scenes. There's a lot of nudity kind of on both sides, but it reminds me of Sex in the City in the way that you're not getting full frontal of our
Mm.
leading couple,
Yes.
even though she
Yes.
has the giant knockers. You're not going to see them
Yeah.
because she's the lead. We have
Yeah.
to
I always
maintain.
noticed that about Sex and the City. Like Carrie was never naked,
Yeah,
almost
you're
never
not
having
going to see
sex. Yeah.
Carrie having
Yeah.
sex, and you're
Yeah.
not going to, you see this woman having sex, but it's like, it's covered.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of female orgasms, but you're not going to see any male orgasms.
This is definitely like a female gaze show.
It's a
So
female gaze
female
show
and gaze show.
and a gaze show.
Female gaze. They're all a bunch of gays. Yeah.
They're all a bunch of gays.
It's a male gaze and female
There's like
gaze
one
show.
sex scene where like a blowjob is kind of like hinted at, but they like immediately like pivot away from it because like
Okay.
they're like, we have to put this in here because like life has to be fair, but also like nobody wants to see this.
Yeah. No one wants to see this. Everyone look
No one
away.
wants to see a blowjob.
That's really funny. Yeah. It sounds like it's totally geared towards women and gays. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think straight men are going to be very into it. Similar to heated rivalry, I think that hockey is now just, it's for us.
Yeah. It's for everyone now, which is hilarious. Like of all the sports, I think only I would think. I mean, baseball had its heyday in the '90s, so I wouldn't expect it to
Was
come back right
baseball gay
now.
in the 90s?
No, I just feel like there were so many baseball movies, like
Oh, yes.
like Summer Catch, Rookie of the Year. Field of Dreams, so many baseball movies.
Yeah. It kind
Gretchen of
of
the
that
Year.
like classic Americana
Mm-hmm.
sense of like, yeah, nationalism,
Yeah.
I want to say.
Yeah.
So, and then hockey is like the sport of 2026 because we're like, which, without it being soccer, because that's confusing, what is the like
Mm.
least American sport? And of course it's
Yes.
hockey.
Yes. And we can't do tennis because we already had
Well, we did tennis and it turned out to be
annual
pretty gay.
challenges.
So
Yeah.
I
I
liked
just feel
that. I
like,
liked
yeah,
challengers.
I just feel like with tennis, it's a pretty non-American. Well, I mean, that's not true. There's some pretty famous American tennis players, but I just feel like it's a very international sport.
It's a
But
very, yeah.
um, it's it's
And it
hard.
seems like less working class. Like there is a lot of
Yeah,
like,
it's more elite, I feel like.
yeah, similar to Sex Lives of College Girls. There's a lot of like class stuff going
Hmm.
on this
Yeah.
show, and that is kind of like, I think it wouldn't work if it were like tennis or like a more elite
Yeah. Yeah.
sport. Like it, I guess a sport where you can go and drink a beer at the game.
Hmm.
That's you can't
That's
really
more
drink a beer at a
fun.
tennis match.
No, yeah, everyone's so quiet at tennis matches that I feel like it's hard to create like a rowdy show around it. So,
Yeah.
um,
Although you know what was a rowdy show was, did you see Naomi Osaka show up in her like what I'm gonna call her tunnel fit for the
no.
was it the French Open? It was fantastic.
Okay. I think yeah, I did
She
hear the French. I need to watch the French
came
Open.
out in like a full like designer kind of like sports ball gown thing.
Oh, I love that.
Fabulous. She's so fabulous.
Yeah, I do love tennis. I will say is like one of the more fashionable sports, and
And it should be.
yeah,
Like it's sponsored exclusively by expensive watch companies. It
hmm,
like is basically Fashion Week with a racket.
yeah, I love it. And Novak Djokovic, I think they made a jacket for him made out of real clay or something, which I thought was
Ooh,
little, a little pretentious, but that's okay. I don't know all the details
I'm
of
okay
it.
with
Maybe
it.
it's cool. Yeah, maybe it's
I don't
cool.
know. It
Yeah,
sounds like it could be cool.
yeah, I bet it is. But Novak Djokovic kind of annoys me, so that's
He annoys me too. He's not.
yeah.
I'm looking past him now because he's like, has he
He's
retired?
kind of over his peak. No, he's at the French Open this year.
Okay, well, he's
Um,
definitely past his prime, which
mhm.
I can say because he and I are exactly the same age.
Really? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, all of
Yeah,
the players that you think are old because everyone in like sports journalism is saying that they're
they're
old
old. They're like
are my
37.
age. They're
Yeah,
37.
yeah.
Like it's unfair.
It is
And,
unfair.
you know,
I mean,
James Harden doesn't deserve it. LeBron James doesn't deserve it. Novak Djokovic doesn't deserve it, and
I
I don't
mean,
deserve it.
we don't deserve it.
We don't
Um,
deserve it. We're doing our best.
we're doing our best, but I will say, as like a professional athlete, I'm sure their bodies get beat up way more
Yeah.
than us. So, way more than our bodies. But even so, yes, I know there are 18-year-olds who have more stamina than me, and if I went up against them, probably would fail. But
I don't
yeah,
like to be reminded. Like, I'm the
no,
one with the disposable income. Like, people should be
yeah,
making sports content geared towards selling me
true,
things.
true.
And part of that is not reminding me how old I am all the time. Part of that is giving me a show that is part heated rivalry, part glee. And
I That's exactly what we needed. I do also think we should maybe start making like over 40 games. Like
I think they
the
had like the seniors tour,
yeah, but that's like 70-year-olds usually. Like I think we need like a midlife
like a midlife.
tour. Yeah.
Well, they probably have it. We haven't looked into this deeply.
That's true. I haven't looked into it. I feel like
They
they
probably
need
have it.
yeah.
Or maybe it's
But
just called baseball. You
everyone just
can
retired. It's
be
called golf.
pretty
Yeah.
old and still
Yeah.
play baseball.
Yeah,
That's true. You can be
that
pretty old and play golf.
anyone who retires from like a more intensive sport just goes to, and still wants to play sports just goes to golf, I guess.
And then if
But
they can't, they play pickleball.
yeah. Yeah, my mom says my mom's a pretty avid tennis player and she's like, "I'll play pickleball when I can't do tennis anymore." That's her plan.
Yeah.
In the meantime, she's
She'll
like,
play
"I'm not
pickleball when
playing."
she's dead.
Yeah, exactly. She's not going to play pickleball. She will never play pickleball. She's always like, "What are these
Absolutely
lines on
not.
the courts for the pickleball?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know, Mom. Sorry." But the new
I
one is
also will
padel.
not play pickleball. Wait, what is that?
Uh,
Paddle? Are you trying to say
Padel.
paddle?
It's
Paddle
but
with a
it's
French
pronounced
accent?
padel. I
Is
think it's
it?
from
Is it
like
pronounced padel?
I think it's paddle, padel. I think it's from South America,
Hmm.
and it's like racquetball and pickleball put together,
Is
but
it?
I have no idea. It's outdoor.
It's outdoor. Is there like a wall?
I looked this up. It was very big in LA. Like pickleball was going out and padel was coming in.
My God,
So
I'm never gonna be
yeah,
able to say padel.
yeah.
I will call
It's
it paddle.
oh, you know what?
Similarly to how I will never pronounce it croissant.
Croissant. It
I'm
is
not. I'm not going
okay.
to.
Croissant. So it's explosive. It says it does have the tactical wall play of squash. So it has a
You
enclosed
know, the
glass walled
tactical
court.
wall play of
That's
squash.
what it says. That's what AI is telling me when I Google it. Which is the way I use AI. So I should probably take that out. You can just so y'all know, you can put minus sign AI and it won't do that for you when you Google. Um, just so you're aware. Excuse me. Um, it it's very similar to tennis ball, but they have like basically what a pickleball racket is, and then it's played
So a
off the walls.
smaller racket than
That's like
squash, but
flat,
also just squash.
kind of. It's yeah. I don't know. I've never seen it played, but everyone was like, "Padel is the new thing," and it is the fastest growing, according to AI, the fastest growing racket sport in the world. So
No, oh my God,
yeah,
watch your back, pickleball. If
yeah.
I have to learn about a new sport to hate, I just simply don't know what I'm going to do because I have all of my eggs in the hating pickleball basket. I guess it would be pretty easy to pivot because it sounds like the games are pretty similar.
Yeah, I think I actually might try
The
Pedal.
tactical wall play
It was invented in Mexico,
is throwing me off.
1960, in 1968. He modified his squash court to okay. The person who invented it modified his court to incorporate elements of platform tennis.
What's
So
platform tennis?
I don't know.
Oh no.
It's tennis. Oh wait, it's just hard court.
Oh, so that's just tennis. Oh no, guys.
Oh yeah,
We're
it's just tennis up on a platform so it doesn't get snow. Basically,
sure.
it doesn't
What?
matter. Oh,
So
it's
it doesn't
one
get
quarter.
snow in
It's one
Mexico?
quarter of the size. This no, it was I don't know. The no courts in warm weather locations are more likely to construct on level ground, so they don't need to because
They
they don't
don't
have
need a
snow.
platform.
Yeah, but it's a smaller court, and it's
Sure.
also oh they just okay. So someone invented it so they could play tennis in cold weather, and so all of the
It was probably
stuff is
someone
like
who was mad that a hockey team was in LA. They were
literally
like, we're going to show you.
literally it was developed in Scarsdale, New York. So
Yeah, it
um,
was.
it just and like they're using paddles and spongy balls. It just like whatever. But so basically it's
They were trying
squash.
to spite the LA Kings, and this is
Literally,
what we ended
this is
up
what
with.
happened. So it just paddle is just a combination of roundabout sports.
This is now a racket sports podcast.
I think I might try it though, but I'll definitely no paddle courts in
Oh my
upstate New
God.
York.
I mean, well, we put
It's
all
from
of our
Mexico.
eggs in the pickleball basket. Like the new
Yeah,
pickleball facility is opening up all the time.
I know.
We didn't even
Yeah,
know about Padel. You heard it here first, folks. If you're looking for
yeah.
a burgeoning racket sports market to get into where it isn't too crowded, we recommend paddle. We're
Yeah.
not pronouncing it Padel.
But that's that's how you say it in Spanish. I know croissant, like I'm not gonna say croissant, but
No,
like I'm also not gonna say like I don't know. I don't say football with soccer,
no,
so
that would be confusing. But do
that would
you say, like, when you talk about going to Barcelona, do you pronounce it with
Barcelona
Barcelona?
or Ibiza.
Right? Like, no, you
No,
don't, because this is
no.
America and it's paddle.
I think if I were in LA, I'd have to say Padel because it's like such a Spanish speaking place. But here, I'll say paddle. I'll consent.
And we always will. Bring to New York, we will always pronounce
We
it
always
paddle.
say paddle. It's pronounced paddle, actually. Um, but yeah, so yeah, everyone. I'm sure there's pickleball movies coming out. I'm sure there'll be a paddle movie coming out in a couple of years.
Put
So
it on your 2028 bingo card. It's like
it's coming.
challengers, but it's about paddle and also about musical theater.
Oh, I love this.
I hope that
Challengers with
every,
musical theater. Yeah.
to me, like this is a no-brainer because like this is how you get like a date night experience, like something
Yeah.
for the gentlemen, something
Everyone.
for the ladies, something for the same-sex couples. Like you have to hit all the boxes, and we have to start integrating musical theater into all sports movies.
Yes. That's a good idea. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm gonna see what happens.
Yes.
And I will probably work while I watch it, but that's okay.
No, you should. I think that it'll motivate you. Also,
I'll be
because
like,
the
damn it.
soundtrack is so good, and all of the songs on the soundtrack are the same songs. This is probably a synergy. They're the same songs that are on like the uh, trending pop playlists on
Okay.
like Spotify and Amazon Music. So, like, I'm sure that's
Okay.
not a coincidence. Like, they
Yeah.
really know what they're doing.
They're cross promoting everything and just getting like the middle section of everyone, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. What they're
Yeah.
missing is the fashion element because people's clothes on the show are just like truly so, so bad.
Well, if you think about it though, most people's clothes are so bad, so like you can't be
Except for the
too
like
aspirational.
theater friend
Okay.
who is always lending her clothes out. She
Okay.
has the good clothes.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody else, not good clothes.
Yeah. Okay. So always borrow from your musical theater friend is the
I
moral of the
mean,
story.
yes, and anyone who has a musical theater friend knows that to be true. So
Yes. Yes. You can get a lot from musical theater friends, I feel.
take that advice right to the bank. They have
Yeah.
every sort of like every where on the gender spectrum is in that theater
True.
kid's closet. So like no
Yeah.
matter who you are or who your friend is, if they're in musical theater, you can borrow their clothes.
Yeah. That's so true. What a good point.
Right?
I love that. Yeah. All right.
It's
So
yeah.
we're
I
gonna, yeah, go ahead.
where I was just gonna say I can't wait to watch the rest. I think you can
Yeah.
watch it in a binge. It's all there
Mm-hmm.
available for you.
Okay.
And then afterwards, I may go back and watch the rest of Heated Rivalry, which I abandoned probably because no one was singing.
Yeah. Yeah. I still haven't watched it, and everyone was watching it. They're like, "Oh my God, do it!" And I always watch things like 5 years too late. Like I just watched the end of Search Party, which is crazy
Oh my
that I
God,
just
I
watched it.
have started Search Party so many times
Yeah. Yeah.
because every time I finish one of these shows, it gets like recommended to me, like, oh, you
Mm-hmm.
might like this. And then like I click it and it's like, you're halfway through episode three. I'm like, but I got to start again because I don't
Oh.
remember.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
something about it's not holding my attention. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like I should like it again. Probably it's because no one is singing. And on
I
Search
would
Party, there are many
say
people who I know can sing, and none of them
yes.
are
They do
singing.
sing later on. So
Okay.
I
Thank
would
God.
it does get more off the wall. They definitely like jump the shark at some point, and you kind of are okay with it because it's still kind of funny. But the beginning, it was really hard for me to get into at the beginning too, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep this on in like in the background, and then at a certain point, I was like, oh, this is really funny, and I kept watching it. So I think that it does have like a little turning point somewhere, um, but yeah, the
That's
end
good. It's
is
good that it's funny.
yeah, yeah,
That's the
the
one
end
thing
is
that I think
insane.
is missing from this show, this
Hmm.
off campus is that like I keep expecting because it's so similar to Sex Lives of College Girls. I keep expecting it to be funny. It's not really funny.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah,
there are other
yeah,
things going for it, but it isn't. There's
yeah,
no like
yeah.
jokes.
No, I will say like Search Party is really interesting. Not to harp on it too much because it's everyone has either watched it or is never going to watch it, but it's a really interesting like Brooklyn kind of amber, like something held in amber um, of that
Right.
time,
Because
And
Brooklyn is over now. Like, people,
yeah,
like, that was such a moment in time.
yeah,
If
yeah,
you didn't experience it and you, like, felt like you might have liked to, Search Party is probably a good, like, time capsule.
yeah, it is. And I feel like honestly, I probably enjoyed as this is probably controversial and maybe people would be annoyed by this take, but I enjoyed the last season when things got really stupid more than any others because it was just like we're leaning in, and it's basically
Yes.
like if girls had zero self seriousness about it at the end, like the last season, which I is the problem with girls. I think it's a little too self
Mm.
serious, and so I think it is really, yeah, I would recommend it just for that. And I don't even think you have to necessarily like be engaged with the whole thing to get to the last season, but
Okay, I like that.
yeah,
That's kind of how
yeah,
I'm feeling about Euphoria, is that, like, I'm enjoying the final season and I don't really care about the previous
yeah,
seasons.
yeah, I know, yeah. It's yeah, because I will say I started Search Party again, like kept trying to watch it over the years, and then it kept getting recommended to me. I was like, fuck it, I'll just watch the last season, and I actually enjoyed it. So there you go. Yeah.
It's a
So
good,
Euphoria, I might do the same thing. Just watch the last season because a lot of it looks
it's
depressing.
very easy. Well,
The
it's not
beginning seasons look
depressing.
depressing. The beginning seasons look
The beginning
depressing.
season, yeah, no.
Yeah, yeah, like Rue being like on drugs and all this stuff, and now there's kind of like accepting she has a problem or whatever. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no, she's not doing any drugs
good.
that I
Okay.
can see in this season. They're kind of, yeah, they yada yadaed over a lot of stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah, I don't know. It's something completely different, I guess, now, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite enjoying it. It's very fun. Rosalia is there,
I
and
love
every time she
Rosalia.
turns
Yeah.
up, I'm just like very excited to see her.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
I
Jacob
do really like
Elordi,
Alexa Demi. I think she's great. Yeah.
she
She's
is
like
great.
a
She's
fashion icon.
unrecognizable from the previous seasons of Euphoria,
Wow. Yeah.
like physically, and
Oh,
maybe
okay.
the
Okay. Yeah.
character. Um,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know she was kind of a supposed to be like a kind of a badass, but that's all I really know. Like a Scorpio
She is
type.
a badass. Yes,
Yeah.
she's getting a lot of Scorpio energy,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I really
Okay.
like. I mean, they kind of like pushed in this most recent. We're not at the finale yet. I think it was the penultimate episode that just aired this past week.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of like at this point in the season started to try to give her an arc, and I'm like, oh, no, 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 you
Mm.
have one episode left. I
Yeah.
can't start caring about this now with Maddie, but like,
Yeah.
thank you, thanks for
For
playing, but
trying. Yeah.
like, thank you
But
for
no.
trying, but no, 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 too late. Like,
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. From all the discourse I see online, which for some reason I'm fed a lot of Euphoria stuff on my algorithm,
No,
probably because I keep
everybody
watching
is. It's
it.
the
Okay,
clipping.
that's right. And yeah, we talked about this, but everyone's like, yes, now this is unhinged. Like nothing. There's no growth anywhere, and the character arcs from high school is just like crazy. Like doesn't really make sense, but it looks entertaining. So
Yeah,
yeah,
no, I don't care about
yeah,
any of that. So I
yeah,
just am happy to be here. And
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I think it's great.
All
I
right.
can't wait to watch the finale. I do want to get into, if we have the opportunity before the finale, which is in a couple of days, to like get with Stephanie, because she has watched only the
Mm-hmm.
previous seasons and I've
That's
watched only
true.
this
Yeah.
season. I would love to do some
Yeah.
like predictions about like what she thinks might happen versus what I think
Yeah.
might
Maybe
happen
I can do
based
that on
on,
Sunday. Yeah, before
yeah.
the finale. Yeah. Okay, I like that. Maybe I'll just binge it all at some point this weekend
Yeah, I
if
mean,
I have
it's
any
six
time.
episodes. It's not like
That's
a heavy
true.
lift.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
most of the
Yeah.
episodes
All
are
right.
short.
Okay. Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
this is our prestige TV show episode. And yeah, let us know how you feel about Off Campus, Widows Bay,
Widows Bay,
Euphoria.
hockey, musical theater,
Mm-hmm.
just any of the above.
Yeah, yeah, you can do that on our Instagram, NYSophalites. You can also email us at, is it NYSophalites at gmail.com? Or is it New York spelled out? I don't remember. NYSophalites, okay. And then, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Please.
Thank you for joining us.
And obviously, you can watch us on YouTube and you can listen to us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. And we will see you next time.
Yeah, bye. Oh, happy Blue Moon if you're listening.
Oh,
If you're listening
yes.
over the weekend. That's
If you're
happening
listening
this
over the
weekend.
weekend, the blue moon is happening. Charge your crystals, do your moon water, do a little ritual. It's a powerful one. I believe we're in Sagittarius.
Okay, good to know. Oh, yeah, okay. See you guys later.
See you later.